Hello traders and investors, this is a technical analysis video about DYDX, DYDX, and the subject of this video is the accumulation pattern that I recognize on DYDX and what the implications of this accumulation pattern are. Now, before I proceed, maybe not all of you are familiar with the Wyckoff method and Wyckoff concepts, so I will just to put it as simply as possible. A Wyckoff accumulation pattern is a pattern by which institutional traders or whales or big investors take over as much of the supply as possible at the lowest price, and once they judge that they have taken over enough of the supply to control the price, they initiate a move out of the accumulation phase into the distribution phase. Now, I want you to understand that in reality, assets don't follow a picture-perfect accumulation schematic. So if you read books such as the 3 Skills of Top Trading and you wish to apply that knowledge, you have to use discernment. If trading was as easy as technically applying an accumulation schematic to a chart, we would have all been millionaires. Now, having said that, DYDX does follow a fairly easy accumulation schematic, and I am reasonably certain that it is a possible 17x. Yes, you heard that right. If you choose to buy and hold until the final stages of the bull market, I am fairly positive that the best has yet to come with the DYDX. Now to the accumulation schematic. The accumulation schematic is usually divided to phases A, B, C, D, and E. Now, as you can see, phase D and phase E haven't started yet, and if this video will generate interest and people will want to know more and want to get updated about DYDX, I will do a follow-up video. This is the phase A. What is the phase A? You can see that since September of 21, the bear market, DYDX has been in a markdown phase. You can see a pretty severe downtrend, and this downtrend comes to what is called a selling climax. It is an event. Well, this was probably initiated by the FTX scandal. I'm not sure. I need to check. That all the investors and traders are simply dropping the asset. Okay? Once all the sellers have already sold, the selling has come to a climax. Means that it's the peak. There are no more sellers at this price, and this is setting the range low. We can see that the range low for this accumulation is the $1 level. Okay? Once all the sellers have already sold, all we have is short sellers. To shake out the short sellers, the market maker initiates what is called an automatic rally. Okay? In an automatic rally, we see a strong move up to force the short sellers to cover their shorts and buy at higher prices. And this is setting the range high. We see a fairly strong move up. See the volume candles, they are considerable. And the automatic rally sets the range high. The range high of this accumulation schematic is at, let's say, 270. Once we have the range low and the range high, phase B begins. In phase B, first we test the range lows to see if there are sellers willing to sell at these low prices. We can see that the secondary test was successful and there were no sellers below $1.10. This is called the secondary test. Once the secondary test is complete, we have a move up to the range high, a move down to the range low, And this is a ranging market. The ranging market is very simple to trade. You just buy at the range lows, sell at the range highs. Now, the thing about phase B is that it is full of shakeouts. The market makers are trying to shake out all the people, all the traders and investors that are holding the asset. So they are initiating bull traps and bear traps. You can see here, this is a bear trap. This is a bull trap. A strong move above the range, and many breakout traders probably thought that that's it. The accumulation is finished and DYDX is pushing out of the range, but it was a bear trap. You can see that we have a supply zone here, and this supply zone was almost depleted by the breakout traders. They were all trapped in this level, and after a consolidation process, the market makers are taking the price again downwards in phase C. In phase C, we have a very important event. An important event in the Wyckoff accumulation is called the spring. What is the spring? Of course, the spring is something that if you compress it, it then creates force to the opposite direction. And this is exactly what happened. Now, the common conception about that most people have about the spring is that the spring has to be at the range lows or even below the range lows, something like this. So most people think that this is a spring, meaning that the asset goes below the range low, and then with a strong push up, it moves away from the range. And if this is what you think, I can't blame you, because most of the books will tell you that this is a spring action. A spring action is going below the range low, but real life is not exactly like in the books. Okay, maybe you know that already. If you are trading for a long time, for sure you know that the trading books and the trading in practice, there are two different things. And to identify a spring, it's only after the act. Only once we move away from the range to the upside and test the range high as support and proceed, only then we can tell for certain if this is a spring or if it wasn't a spring. Because this is life, this is trading. In trading, we are embracing the uncertainty. And I will risk my reputation and I will give you my opinion, no BS. I think this was the spring, and I don't think that DYDX is going much lower. Why do I think this is the spring? Because we already saw one strong move up. We saw a consolidation in the Wyckoff terminology. It's called the creek, and my expectation was for DYDX to break out. It didn't break out, but it also didn't go much below the mid-range. So you can see that the demand for this asset is strong. Traders and investors believe that DYDX is destined for higher price levels. So you can see a small swing failure pattern. It's not really a swing failure pattern. This looks more like a swing failure pattern, but you can see that this is as low as DYDX went, and we are initiating a move high to the range high. Will we break out or not? I cannot tell you at the moment. This is not a level, if you are a trader, this is not a level to buy, okay? You can buy at the range low, you can buy at support, let's say at the mid-range, but DYDX is now closer to resistance than it is closer to support, so it's not a buy for a trader. If you are an investor and you're thinking long-term, maybe. Well, if it will break out or not, to tell you the truth, it depends not only on DYDX. It depends on the crypto market in general. It depends on Bitcoin. Because if Bitcoin will go above 31K, 31.5K to higher levels, then for sure the whole crypto market will break out. If Bitcoin fails at the 31 level and goes back to 28, then maybe we will see lower prices again. Maybe we'll make it to the mid-range and maybe even to the range low. Now that you know what I know, if we make it to the range low, I don't think it will happen, but of course everything is possible in life and in crypto. Then you know this is the range low, this is where accumulation happens, and if we assume that DYDX is destined for much higher prices, this is a buy opportunity. Furthermore, if you are now forearmed with the knowledge I give you, even if you will see a spring action below the range low, you need to know this is a shakeout. This is not a crying opportunity. This is a buying opportunity, because after the spring, the asset gets back into the range, and once an asset leaves the range and gets back in, experience shows that it is moving to the next target, to the range high, and then maybe it will try a breakout again, test the range high and resistance, and move higher. At this stage, we are just speculating because we don't have enough information. We have enough information to know the range low, buying opportunity, the range high, resistance, maybe a selling opportunity, and we know that once DYDX goes below the range low, don't cry, buy. When we know that if DYDX gets above the range high, this supply zone is depleted. Okay, you see, it was depleted almost completely. Okay, and if we see DYDX gets back down and tests the range high support, then you know that the Wyckoff accumulation schematic is finished, and the market makers of DYDX are going to take it higher. Now about my price target of $37, it's not clickbait. I truly believe that it's possible. And if you pull a fib extension, this is a perpetual contract, so it doesn't have all the history, okay? But if you pull a fib extension from the low to the high and back to the low, the 1.618 extension target is $37. And I want to say that an asset that behaves as perfect as DYDX does, is presenting you a real, almost picture perfect accumulation schematic, you know that the market makers of this asset, they know their business and they want to make money. How will they make money? They will buy low here, here, here. Maybe they will shake out the long traders by going down, okay? Shake out the short traders by going up, and after they've taken the supply, all of the supply, they will move the asset's price up, okay? And if you want to hang on to their coattails, okay, and buy low, buy DYDX at low prices, and then wait for the bull market to reach its final stages, I am pretty certain that the all-time high of 2787 is for sure, as much as things can be sure in trading, it's for sure it's possible, and I believe that even higher prices are possible. $37 is possible. If you've been in the crypto industry for a long time, as you probably remember that Solana used to go for $1 and $2, and BNB used to go for a few dollars. And where are these assets now? Okay, maybe not Solana. Solana has fallen on hard times, but look at BNB and try to imagine what DYDX's potential is. Anyway, I hope this helps. If you watched the video until now, do me the favor of liking the video. If you watched the video until now and you didn't like the video, it's even better. Do me the kindness of writing in the comments why you didn't like the video or why you don't agree with my analysis, so that maybe I can learn from you or you can learn from me, and we'll all around together we'll get better. Thank you very much, and see you in the next DYDX video.